All right, so after my last video, or I guess when I recorded my last video, it was raining. And it did rain a lot. For those of you who walked last month, you know. We had 30 days with rain every day. I think it was close to a record. I'm not sure if we got to a record, but it was 30 days without seeing the sun. It was just rain, 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 constant rain. And pilgrims came in here. Some were complaining, some kind of were, they decided to just take it for what it is. But everyone was pretty wet. Things have changed now. It's turned again. Now we have a colder weather. What does that mean? Cold weather means it's 7-8 degrees in the morning and maybe up till 14, 15, 16 degrees during the day. It's sunny. It's a little bit windy. So it's kind of cold wind, but I think good walking weather. Now we had flooding, serious flooding about a month ago, just after my last video. We had 2 major floods in Santiago downtown in 9 days. Stores were flooded, and unfortunately here it was fine. It was more of a problem down, and it always happens at the same spots. Down by the post office by Correos, there are some souvenir shops across from Correos that always get flooded, and they got flooded again twice in 9 days. We had wind. People were blown off. I had someone were saying that they were walking with a poncho on the front says, and the poncho actually lifted them up. It was like a sail. So, and bridges were flooded. But all of that has now ended, and we are in a much better place. It has calmed down a lot too. We have pilgrim numbers now. I just looked at the Pilgrim's Office website. It's about 4:15 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and we had 156 Compostela so far today. So it's slow, which is normal. But this season has been much busier than we have had before, and so I'm curious to see what next year's gonna give us. As for numbers, we passed about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, we passed the record for last year, 430,000 pilgrim Compostelas. I was at a conference in Santiago, which I'm going to show you some video from later, and they were saying that 33% of the pilgrims last year or this year came in July and August, meaning we had a lot of pilgrims here in July and August. Most of them, I guess, were Spaniards. I think, especially in August, most people are walking in August are Spaniards. Although I think there's more foreigners than Spaniards if you look at the year as a whole. A lot of groups, from Sarria, those kind of pilgrims. So we got a lot of those, which makes the number jump a lot if you suddenly have a group of 200-300 people. Someone was saying there was one time during September, I think, we had 300 Italians starting from Sarria the same time. Of course, that creates a little bit of a problem. But they managed. And as for people walking now, I had people in today, and people are saying, yeah, it's fine. Most places, no. Many places have closed down as of November 1st. Many people ask me, when can I walk now? When are things open? And I think it's starting to. Before it was very difficult to know because people would just close down when they felt like it. When they felt like, okay, it's not enough for us, we're just going to close. Sometimes that was in November, sometimes it was in September. It seemed to me that now more and more people have kind of decided November 1st is the date that many places are closing down, and they're opening up again March 1st. Of course, this is not everywhere, but many places. And I was in Portugal a few days ago. I talked to a guy that he grew up in Sarria. That's his hometown. And he said in Sarria, November 1st is mostly when things close down. The things that stay open are the places that are really geared towards locals. So if you have a business geared towards pilgrims, November 1st, you close down. If it's geared toward locals, then it stays up all year, of course. So those are the places that pilgrim needs to visit if they want to have a coffee or get something to eat or something like that. Same out for Finisterre. I talked to someone that was out there not long ago, and they were saying many places, restaurants, cafes are closed. There are enough places that are open that doesn't make it impossible to walk or to get food. It's just that less options. 52,685 got their Compostelas in October. So that's another record for this year. So what the end result is going to be for this year, I don't know exactly, but it's tapering out a lot now though. So we're not going to creep a lot up from the numbers we have now. Anyway, this is what the weather looks like. I was talking about the weather. You can see the top left there. Oh, that's the Obradoiro Square. Christmas trees are coming up. There's going to be, I saw they were driving trucks in today with actually pine trees. You can see them there in the sand. So Christmas is getting ready. And you can see some pilgrims, very few. And the bottom right is Plaza Praterias, where you could also see there are some lights strung up there at the bottom. So I think Christmas lights comes on December 1st, I think. And that makes it a nice place, Santiago, Old Town, with these Christmas lights and everything. It's a nice atmosphere. Anyway, so let me show you some video that I did. This is, let me make it a little bit bigger. Can I do that? This is from San Pedro de Rates, which is on the central Camino route. That I went to a conference just a few days ago. Very nice people. Talked about, it was in Portuguese. I struggled a little bit. Stop. But very, very nice people. We talked about the area where this was located. There were people from the local council there that was promoting the Torres, which is the Camino that goes not far from there. And I did talk a little bit about what I'm doing here with Casa Ibar and everything I do online. And just got to know a lot more people, which is always nice. So it was a nice little conference. I haven't been too much in Portugal, so that was nice to me to visit. Camino Torres, you can see there. Anyway, and then I also visited. Last weekend I was up in to visit my father-in-law. Beautiful weather. That was Sunday, I think. This video was taken. 18, 19 degrees. It was almost like a spring, almost summer day. Very nice. 3 weeks ago, there's a big fair in Santiago, Fairway it's called. It's every year, and it really is for businesses, companies that do business with on the Camino, which there are more of, and I guess I'm one of them. So I decided, okay, I'm going to come visit. Businesses can have their own stands. They can, promote their offerings, and there's always also some conferences. People held a few interventions and what do you call it? Speeches as a conference. And they were very nice. This was taken just as I arrived in the morning. So it was very few people. There was many more people later when I arrived later. But if you have a business related to the Camino and would like to promote it and get community connections and get to know more people, I would recommend Fairway in Santiago. Every year about November. Fairway.es, I think it is. If you search for Fairway Santiago, you should find it. So I attended one conference. This is where the people from Turismo, the tourist agency in Santiago or in Galicia, they had their little talk about what's going on. That's where I got the statistics from because they do collect statistics and get them from the Pilgrim's office. So things are good. What else? I had a lot of stuff in my donation box, and it came and it went. For one moment, I had an Altus poncho. I had a big backpack full with gear that someone just left because they didn't want to bring it home. but it comes and it goes, which is how it's supposed to be, which is nice. So otherwise it will be piling up. I do have, though, a lot of poles. So walking poles is not an issue. If you are passing by Santiago before you start your walk, I have poles for you if you want. I think I have maybe 10 pair right now of poles. I guess I should take a picture, but my camera is locked. Anyway, so that's the thing. Also, I've started to sell stuff from Altus on the store. I have, of course, as you know, the guidebooks that I've been selling for years. This is the 2024 edition that is out now for the Camino Portugués, the Braille guide, and same with the Braille guide for the Camino Francés, 2024 edition. These are now out. You can buy them on the store. Wise Pilgrim guide, and they're coming out soon. I know I said on the story it was going to be early November, and it seems there's a problem with the printers. I've been heckling poor Michael that's been struggling with them, and he said that he called them today, and he said that he will get them on Friday. That's the December 1st, which means I might get them on Friday, or if not, hopefully Monday or Tuesday. Because if they say Friday, it means Monday. Anyway, so sorry for that. For those of you that have already bought them, you can pre-order the Wise Pilgrim guides online right now, and many have done so. And I get emails from some that are kind of waiting and what's happening with my order. And the reason is it has not shipped yet because I'm waiting for the books from the printers. I also decided to start selling some stuff from Altus. I know on the forum, the Altus, this is the poncho that a lot of people like. It's been a favorite on the forum for many, many years, and I was thinking of getting them on the store a long time ago, but I wasn't able to get it on there because it seems like Altus didn't want to sell me their product until I have a physical store. So since I now have a physical store, here's the Altus poncho, which you can get. I have also other things from Altus, the bag liner, for example, for those of you that are don't need really a thick thing, just for the summers, just to sleep inside, little liner bag. Altus has a good one. For those of you walking in the winter, need a bigger sleeping bag. This is the Altus sleeping bag. It's a down bag. It's a very light little thing. And people seem to like it from what I've been hearing. And I have some more Altus stuff too on the store. So 20% off this week, any Altus product until November 27th. For those of you interested, I will put a link below. Anyway, I think that's it. Oh yeah, I got today in Gigi's book. Do you know Gigi? If you're on Facebook, she's on Facebook and just a lot of Camino related stuff on Facebook. I haven't had time to put this up on the store yet, but I will. She has written this book on the end of the earth. So I'll put that up on the store as well. And I think with that, that's it. Hope everything's good where you are. Christmas coming up. Stay safe and see you soon.